Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense. I just have less than 6 minutes of space left on the phone, but that's fitting because this video is gonna be about the ego. Die, ego, die. Die, fucking ego, die. No, I'm riding high right now, guys. You've been following me closely, the content I post on Instagram and on here. Extremely high energy, and I talk in a certain way about the solar nights. I shall go and swing my club. This is the path of the solar night. This is the path of the giga chat. All the shit I say, that I do believe into. And, it's difficult for people that themselves have a big ego and are afraid, they see things in me that, it reminds them of themselves, but that they are afraid to express. And so then, you have a choice now. You see the person get inspired, I want to be more like that person. Or you go the ego route of, this person thinks they're better than me, look at them, and you find errors in them. It was kind of funny. So I'll give one example of now when I'm acting in this high and mighty way, but I'm actually, it's not ego, it's just right in that sense. But then I'll get to my ego check I had to do just now. So I put out this little short where I'm, in swinging my club, and the point is the weak has to uplift the strong, because my left shoulder is much weaker than the right, so I can't swing it in the same way, and then I help out with the right one. By the way, this is everything is still so clear to me, but I'm just feeling great, to be honest, right now, you guys. I know you can't tell in my way, because my stoicism level is very high, but I'm very anxious right now and nauseous over not being able to be perfect. But because that's the thing, when you can uplift others a lot, you might feel like you have to at all times and just push. And maybe you can uplift people a lot, but they have to do something themselves, right? It's not about helping the person, even when you're like, but I know what's best for them. Yeah, I'm presenting it in a good way for them. There's still a limit where they have to do the work on their own, right? And that's the high state problem. Instead of in the low state, when you think, I'm too little, I'm not good enough, I'm too little, I'm afraid of this, In the arrogance, there's a balance even with the light and the darkness. And in the high state, I can do everything best. I'll do it even when you think you're aware, and I'm doing this to be helpful, and you mostly genuinely are, but still, it's not about you. The person has to meet you where they are at. Even when you take that into consideration, they have to do the thing, not you, right? So this example I put out this clip so I help with the left, my right arm, I help the left arm swing the club just as well. I coach, the right arm coaches the left arm very well. Most people I coach very well, the ones closest to me, maybe I get, it's always like this. It's projections all the time. I talk about all the people closest to me, they are the hardest for me to affect. Apparently, it's not only about them, right? It's about me too. So I swing the club bell. Some guy that's gonna watch this video because he knew my height, and that of course he's seen other videos from me then, because I don't mention it that often. But he's like, oh yeah, great lifting row or something, or great workout, but you should stop ego lifting. That club is clearly too heavy for you, and you get more out of it if you take a lighter club and do it for more reps. You that are already this jacked should know this much. And this reminds me of my dad, who is arguments. He's like, you that are much smarter than me should know this. And I'm like, so you're admitting that I'm smarter, but still you know better than me. And it's the same thing here. The guy apparently isn't as jacked as me, but he still thinks he knows better than me. Basically saying, you're better than me, but I am better with my words. So I say this to him. And I do this. This is not ego now. This is when I try to push his buttons. I'm like, you think that you know better than me, about this? Really? Like, really? Maybe it's not that I'm jacked and I should know better. Maybe it is I am jacked, so I do know better. And then he's like, yeah, I do. And then I go on like, okay, whatever. What do you think? The truth exists independently. Or what do you think? And I explained to him that this club is, I know it's too heavy because it's supposed to be. I'm trying to mimic a character. I have 1 minute left now. But a character in a video game with two-handed sword that's just a bit too heavy, so I have to use my whole body to swing it. You know, it becomes a core workout. I'm not trying to train my arm only there. That's the point with my heavy clutter. Or Guts from Berserk, by the way. Thanks you, Bald. Thank you, Bald Omni-Man. I'm not into anime otherwise, or manga, but that was an amazing one. I still take it with me. I guess I venture too close to Griffith's path instead of Guts' path. I think they represent yin and yang, and I should go the path in the middle. But anyway, then he says, "You're 5'9", this guy. And then some other guy, bro, comes in to defend me, and I'm like, yeah, you know, it's just the last attempt with an ad hominem from the wounded ego, you know. It's in my nature that I want to teach the bug how not to be squashed, but if they're right here, zzz, you have to squash them. So that's it, guys. I'm checking my ego. I'm sorry that I'm not perfect, that I become arrogant sometimes. It's not the point. Please remind me then. Please help me be better. Alright, guys.